Everyone, happy Monday. I'm the Grace Strega, and we are doing the daily collective read for today, Monday, February 13th, 2023. What do we have coming through in the cards for today? First card we have coming through for our 5-card spread is the Knight of Swords in its reversal. So there could be some circumstance or situation that you are pulling back from, some events that occurred this weekend that are just pulling your energy back on. This could feel a little different depending on feminine or masculine energy, bearing in mind that this is not based on gender, but what you feel most aligned to. For feminine, this could be attention towards some kind of energy that is not necessarily coming towards you in the fashion that you desire. For masculine, this is some moment of turning away or retreating. Let's continue to get clarification on these cards. Next thing we are seeing in terms of the 5-card spread today is the 7 of Wands. So whatever this is creating some sort of struggle point. There is a circumstance or situation that you feel that you must defend, you must hold your ground to. This could be feeling like a situation or scenario where you do not feel like you even should have to defend around this circumstance or situation because you have the higher ground. This could be why some of you are moving away from this circumstance or scenario, telling yourself that you don't necessarily feel like you need to fight on something that you know that you have this higher ground on. Continuing to get clarity on these cards today, the next card we have coming through for our 5-card spread, we've got 2 cards in our center, and wow, they are 2 very strong cards. We have here coming through the Wheel of Fortune with the High Priestess in its reversal. So this is a very important moment for many of you. There could be some very large things occurring on your life path, but you are kind of surrendering yourself to fate around this circumstance or scenario. And a lot of that has to do potentially with some feeling of a lack of vision as it relates to this. This will hit a little bit differently depending on whether you align to feminine or masculine energy. For feminine, this could be feeling a moment of spiritual disconnectedness, of not necessarily feeling like you are in touch with your higher self, but you're allowing this lack of clarity to really kind of let you surrender to the path that you're on, trusting in fate in this moment. For masculine energy right now, this could be feeling that there is a feminine energy that is not necessarily in spiritual alignment with you at this moment. And again, this point of surrendering to fate as you try to determine your next steps going forward. Continuing to get clarity on our 5-card spread today. The next card we have coming out today is King of Swords in its reversal. So we have double reversals as it relates to the sword cards today. So again, this is going to feel a little bit differently depending on whether you align to feminine or masculine energy. This is more confirmation on what we saw with the first card. There is something here where masculine is feeling a weakness point of vulnerability and uncertainty in terms of how to proceed. And this is creating some kind of blockage or backpedaling as it relates to some circumstances or scenarios that they're trying to move forward on. For feminine right now, this could be feeling that there is a masculine representation in your life right now that is not necessarily supporting you in the way that you would ideally hope. And this is also what's kind of giving you potentially some of this lack of clarity and giving this moment to kind of surrender to fate as you accept these circumstances or scenarios. The final card in our 5-card spread today, or for the first 5, 6 of Pentacles in its reversal. So this is kind of a drawing back of energy at this point, really asking yourself, what places and scenarios are you putting your energy into? What are you not feeling like you are getting what you need back from them? And this in turn is requiring you to maybe potentially pull back some of your energy from some situations or circumstances. Let's get some clarity on these first 5 cards. Getting clarity right now between the 7 of Wands in its upright and this Knight of Swords in its reversal. So some feeling of moving away from a circumstance or scenario, feeling like you don't necessarily need to fight against it because you feel you have the higher ground, and not necessarily feeling like this is a point that requires this battle. May I please get one card to clarify? The card we have coming up right now is the Hermit reverse. So whatever this is, you're not letting it kind of hold you back. Instead, you are feeling like some period of isolation is coming to an end, that you are coming out of this moment of isolation that you're giving yourself on this situation as you try to determine what your next steps are. Continuing to get clarity on these cards right now, getting clarity between this 7 of Wands, this feeling of having to potentially hold your ground or fight against something, knowing that you feel that you're very strong in whatever this is, this potential that you're trying to hold on to, this moment of integrity truly, against some situation that for feminine you feel like you do have some lack of spiritual clarity, but trusting potentially on your own life path. For masculine right now, feeling like we might potentially have to fight against a feminine energy that is not necessarily in spiritual alignment with you at this point, but trusting on your fate path as you continue on that point. May I please get the card to clarify these? Is this it? It is. This is a moment of surrender, of potentially walking away from circumstances or situations that are not serving you, feeling like you have gotten the resolution that you needed or the clarity that you needed on these points. Just, again, a lot of kind of surrendering to the circumstances as you move forward. Continuing to get clarity on these points right now between this Wheel of Fortune and this High Priestess in the reversal. So this moment right now of trusting in your path, even though for feminine you might not be feeling completely spiritually aligned at this point. For masculine, moving forward, though, you might feel that there's a feminine energy that you are not spiritually aligned with. And this causing this moment of surrender, particularly for masculine, in terms of the uncertainty, in terms of how to move forward. For feminine, feeling like one of the reasons you may potentially be lacking this spiritual insight right now is because of a masculine energy that is not kind of standing in its power in the way that you would ideally hope. May I please get one card to clarify? We have coming through here, but this is a moment that even for feminine energy, this is a point that's coming into strong suit, bringing you into your greater power right now. So feminines, what you're truly feeling right now is though you are not necessarily feeling in true spiritual alignment, this moment of surrender is allowing you the ability to move forward, particularly as it relates to your passions and your communication. While as for masculine right now, this could be speaking of two separate feminine energies that you're currently involved with or associated in your life. One that you feel is not necessarily in its spiritual alignment. Another, though, that you feel is kind of standing in its power or as it relates to communication, but still feeling some uncertainty in terms of how to move towards each one, seeing that we do see here this King of Swords in its reversal. So there is some kind of weakness point that is being brought into focus for the masculine energy. Continuing to get clarity on these cards right now, getting clarity between this King of Swords and its reversal. So masculine energy right now, not necessarily feeling like they're at a point of power, whereas for feminine, this could be a representation of masculine that you do not feel is in a supportive role in your own life at the moment. And this being a moment of kind of pulling back on energy, pulling your own power back, or not feeling. For feminine, this could be feeling like this masculine energy is not being generous or not being supportive. For feminine, that is what's calling your power back. For masculine, this is a moment of feeling internal weakness, and this is why you're pulling back. May I please get one card to clarify? We have here coming through, wow, there is the counterpart to the masculine energy with the King of Swords in its reversal. This is a Queen of Swords in its upright. So what we're really seeing again is even though for masculine energy there is this weakness point coming through, feminine is using this opportunity to really pull back their energy, to lay down their boundaries. This is probably why we see the masculine in its reversal at this moment. For feminine, this is a moment of kind of coming into your higher strength and power because of some representation of masculine that you do not feel is being as supportive in this moment, but finding your own power even in the midst of that weakness point. Thank you guys so much for the likes, the shares, and the follows. We're going to continue to get clarity on these cards. Getting clarity right now between this Hermit in its reversal and the Five of Swords. So this moment of coming out of your shell, allowing some situations and scenarios to reach a conclusion point, not feeling like you need any further resolution as it relates to these circumstances. May I please get one card to clarify? We have coming through here the Page of Cups in its reversal. So this is a moment where it's really just an idea where you're not moving into places of fun and games, that you're turning towards some seriousness. And though you are kind of coming out of your shell, you're trying to find the energies that you feel are most aligned to you at this moment, that are not necessarily playing games, but are coming from a place of deep power and deep authenticity. And potentially looking at some of that weakened energy and asking yourself if it is coming through in a positive way or if it's in this reversed energy card. Continuing to get clarity right now between this between this Five of Swords. So this moment of resolution, particularly for feminine energy, and this is what is allowing you to kind of move into your power. For masculine right now, this could be the ending of some kind of conflict and resolution as you turn your attention towards this feminine energy. May I please get one card to clarify? All right, we have here, this is leading to partnership, guys. This is what's leading to some deeper partnership right now, as is being indicated by this Two of Cups. So particularly for feminine right now, this is a moment of resolution where you're letting some closure happen to some past experiences, moving towards a place where you're looking for that equality, looking for that deeper partnership. For masculine, you are doing the same. You are looking for those points of resolution, turning your energy towards a particular feminine and some hopes and aspirations of partnership with that energy. Continuing to get clarity between these very powerful cards right now, the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Swords. So for feminine, this is a moment of really coming into your power, of learning to kind of articulate what it is you want, being able to find the ways to move forward in that way, but also setting your boundaries. While for masculine right now, this could have to do with multiple energies in your life right now that are based in the feminine energy. One that is maybe very communicative, one that is being a bit more defensive and putting those guards up. May I please get one card to clarify? We've got two cards coming out here. Whoop! Two cards coming out here right now with, oh my goodness. So this is double ace energy. So we have here, there is a point of power. There is a point of success, but there is that need and attention of taking care of oneself in this moment. So self-care, as I mentioned today in the daily in the card of the day, is still very key today. Even though there are some successes that are being reached, particularly with the feminine energy. For masculine right now, this could be reaching some point of success with these energies, but also this need for self-care becoming very evident as you proceed down this path. Continuing to get clarity on these cards right now. Getting clarity between this Page of Cups energy, so rejecting of anything that is not necessarily feeling like it's coming towards you right now in a serious fashion, because your direction and your intent right now is on strong, supportive partnerships. This doesn't necessarily need to be romantic, but it certainly can be. This is any partnership that is equal and supportive around you right now. May I please get one card to clarify? We've got two cards coming out right now to clarify these. This is a moment that you're moving into your power with this Page of Swords energy. So kind of approaching some new situation or circumstance with a new sense of power, though feeling a little bit of this in the inability or insecurity, because whatever this is feeling like new energy, questioning yourself, questioning your own abilities, questioning the tools that you have at your disposal, even as you head off in this path. So again, a lot of that self-care is key right now, to remember your own power and remember that you have the ability to accomplish these things, even given the circumstances that you find yourself in. Continuing to get clarity right now between this Two of Cups and energy. So this desire for these equal partnerships that you're moving into and feeling like you are moving to a place of success with these, though there is still this need for self-care that is evident both in the Magician in its reversal and this card. May I please get one card to clarify? We have here a bit of instability coming through, though, with the feminine energy as it relates to the material world with the Queen of Pentacles in its reversal. So for masculine right now, this could also represent another energy. There's a lot of feminine energy right now around the masculine. So there is some ideal, again, desire for partnership. And this would explain the self-care that is needed for the feminine energy, even though you're feeling the success, taking a look at your own life, seeing what you can do to create more of a stable environment for yourself as it relates to the material world. For masculine right now, this could be a moment where you're moving potentially into partnership, or you're considering partnership right now, but seeing this need for self-care, specifically because something about this alignment of partnership is requiring you to put your focus on some feminine energy that is not necessarily in as materially a stable place as you would hope or desire. And this is potentially reflecting on you with this need for self-care. The final two cards that we are going to be getting clarity with today, this Magician in its reversal. So this feeling potentially of wanting to move forward, using that ambition, using your desire to push you forward, though you do have some doubt or self-doubt coming through with this inability in terms of how you feel that you are able to do it. And this Queen of Pentacles in its reversal. So this makes a lot of sense for the feminine energy, bearing in mind that there's something about the materiality of your life right now that is giving you some cause for concern, even as you push forward through these points. While for masculine right now, this could be trying to kind of step up or step forward in a way to provide support towards some feminine energy that is not necessarily feeling as materially stable as you would desire. And that may be causing some of the issues around the Magician in its reversal as you move forward from this point. May I please get the final card for today's spread? Woo, that's way more than one. We've got one here. This is leading to, and I'm very happy to see this because this is the card of the day, but in its upright. So the conclusion of today is moving into a space of deeper gratitude for oneself and one's own abilities with this Nine of Cups. Whatever you're moving into right now is a place where you're starting to deeply appreciate and value the things that you do have in your life and moving into this point of gratitude. Continuing to get the final clarity for today's spread, bottom of the deck right now, we have the Chariot in its reversal. Makes a lot of sense, bearing in mind that we see that the feminine and masculine energies are in very different places right now. The Chariot card is always a card that talks about power moving forward, but power that needs partnership, power that needs union, and feeling something that there is a misalignment as it recurs around these energies right now in terms of how to move forward functionally. And a lot of addressing these points with the energies that you're choosing to move forward with from these points. Knowing your own desired outcome is one thing. Making sure that you have the support system around you to advance and push forward what you truly are hoping to achieve. That is going to be a lot of the battle today in terms of trying to align with those energies. That is our daily card spread for today. Just a reminder, if you would like to book a private reading, you can book one on my website, graystrega.com. I hope you guys have a beautiful day, and we will do this again tomorrow. Thank you guys.